How's it going, guys? It's pretty early in the morning. I'm coming out here before it gets hot. It's supposed to be about 100 degrees today, but I got a few things I got to do in the garden. So first thing I'm gonna do is I need to fix the grass in this area. You can see the panels that we have around it. The dogs have just totally destroyed that area. So I'm gonna go ahead and reseed. We were all out of grass seed, which is kind of weird because we rarely run out of grass seed. But this is what we use. I usually buy it in the absolutely massive bag, but it was almost $100 for some grass seed. So I was a little bit shocked. This was still $40 for, I don't even know, what is it, 5.6 pounds. Didn't realize grass seed had gotten so expensive. Anyways, we use this stuff. It's by Scott's. It's called Rapid Grass. And it's kind of a mixture of bluegrass, fescue, and ryegrass, mostly ryegrass. But it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 different types of grass seed in here. So a good little mix in here. It's got all the facts right down here. And we like this stuff because it grows sun and shade. It's a sun and shade mix. So parts of our grass, I mean, it's pretty early, but you can see parts of it stay in shade for most of the day. And then this section right here is in full sun all day long. We also don't even have, I mean, you look at the lawn and it looks fine like that right there. Totally looks fine, right? But it's not. So we don't even have irrigation. So what we do is we actually use the hose link over there, and we use this sprinkler. It's an Orbit sprinkler. It has a timer built into it. Oh wait, no. This one did not have a timer built in. This is a separate piece. So it's just the sprinkler head. And you can control the valve, the setting, and then we put that timer on it. And we can set it to go off for however long. But we'll put it there, and then we usually put it over on this side. And it sprays all the way over and all the way over. But the dogs come out, and they usually end up going pee right along the strip here. So they usually end up burning the grass really, really badly. So we took these panels that we picked up from Home Depot. I think they were $20 or something like that. And it was like this tall. It was huge. And we just cut it down to this short size and cut the bottom wire off so it has little stakes in the ground. And then we just blocked off the area. We blocked off a much larger area than they go. That way it looks all uniform when we get it actually growing. So the plan is to seed this area. I have a really cool seeder that I use. It's all automatic, so I don't even have to worry about it. So I'm gonna go back here. Let's go grab that. Oh my gosh, you guys, there are so many orb weaver spider webs. First thing in the morning, you gotta be so careful where you walk. Also, the naked ladies opened. Let me show you guys those. So you can see these ones started to pop. And look at this one. They're really, really pretty. I love these flowers. So this is the grass seeder that we use. We use it for fertilizer. We use it for everything for our lawn. But it's nice because it's all automatic. So all you do is pull the trigger and it spins and it disperses it really evenly. And you can control if you want more. There's this little dial up here in the front. And there's a booklet online. It comes with a booklet, but there's a booklet also online that tells you exactly the number that you should be using to for lawn seed, for fertilizers, for slow release, for all kinds of different things. So I gotta look up what grass is really quick, but this is what I'm gonna use for the grass. It makes it so easy and so much faster than hand spreading it, and you don't get clumps anywhere. It spreads it super evenly. So let me look that up really quick. Okay, so it says 4.5 for what we're doing for the sun and shade mix, reseeding it, with reseeding it. So we're gonna do it once at 4.5, and then we're gonna go over again one more time at 4.5. And then it says number 7 for brand new lawns, which makes sense that it's on 7 because I think last time I used it was when we were doing my next door neighbor's lawn, and it was a brand new lawn. So I'm gonna change this to 4.5, and then we're gonna fill it up, and I'll probably end up going through 2 buckets. I usually fill it up all the way. It holds a pretty good amount of seed, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and reseed this. I'm also thinking that today I've got to get the black paint out to repaint a door anyways, that I might paint this black. I've had a few of you guys send me painting the wire black. It looks so good. I think I'm gonna do that today also. And because you guys know I get so distracted, look at the morning glories. I'm growing the 2 different varieties here. The purple ones are always the first ones to pop up, but oh, so pretty. Okay, well, this one has a fertilizer in it, and if I had read it, it said fertilizer and seed. Whatever, either way, I needed to fertilize anyways, so this works out perfectly. So I'm gonna put this down, and then I'm gonna put a little bit of bagged soil down on top of that. Okay, well, I've seeded, and I went in with, there was like half a bag of this stuff left. This is the Happy Frog by Fox Farms. This is the potting soil. I use a lot of that stuff, mostly because it's able, I'm able to find it in my area. It's like literally a minute and a half up the street. Not even a minute and a half. It's like 30 seconds up the street. There's a place that sells soil, and I get it there. And I think it's like 10 bucks a bag or 12 or something like that. Or I've seen that exact potting soil half hour away go for like almost $20 a bag. So I really like using it. I have really good results with it anytime I use it. But covering up that seed will help really retain some of the moisture. The grass seed itself right here is coated in this like blue stuff. And what that does is helps with moisture retention. Also, I really don't want these seeds to dry out like at all. If they dry out, they will start to germinate, but then they won't even make it past that. So the goal is to keep this area wet. It is supposed to be 100 degrees today, but then we cool down. And I think like our coolest day that we have is like 89. So I'm gonna say that we're getting into the 80s. Which this really isn't like the ideal time to start seed, but I really want this filled in. I'm so tired of looking at it. So we're gonna go for it. And I know as long as I keep this area wet, and I'll probably have the sprinklers go off twice a day, first thing in the morning, and then maybe like halfway through the day or towards the end of the day, it'll be fine. It'll no problem. I've done it before. This whole area was started with seed, so I know it's super easy. And then before it starts getting way too hot, which it's already warm out, I would like to plant up these. I picked up 5 of these. These are the Super Tunia Persimmon. And then I picked up 3 of these. These are the verbena called Whiteout. And I love verbena. I also love Super Tunias. So they were only $6.78 a piece. These were at Home Depot in Red Bluff, so I thought that was a pretty good deal, especially because I had paid $10 for petunias earlier in the season. So I do want to get these guys planted. We have plenty enough time in our growing season to get a good show out of them, but look how pretty they are. I love the like yellowy, it's more like a gold throat with the like, I don't know, bright pink color, like pink coral color. Really pretty. So Super Tunia Persimmon, I've got 5 of them. Did I just buy them and not exactly know where they were gonna go? Absolutely. I do think I need to give them a pretty big drink of water before I transplant these guys. I'm gonna give them water. So now we're gonna try something with the Aviary really quick. I have some black paint. This is from 2019, this paint right here. So it's black paint. I thought I had a gallon of it, but I don't, I couldn't find it. So this is called Broadway. And then I have a little foam, or a little roller. I thought I had a foam roller, but I don't. I guess I'm running low on paint supplies. And then I have a little brush. So the plan is to paint the wire black, and it's supposed to make it totally disappear. So we're gonna try it out. I've had about 5 of you guys send me this, and I've seen it on TikTok. I don't know, I just never did it. So we're gonna try. I would love if the wire disappeared, because then you could just like see the birds. So let's try this. It literally looks like the wires totally disappeared. That is so crazy. Wow. Okay, who knew? Black paint. Well, typically, I am somebody who, if I'm gonna do something, it has to be my own thought. I've had people sending me this for probably the better part of a year now. I should have just done it. It's so nice. You literally just look into the aviary now, and it's like totally disappeared, all the wire. So, I didn't think I was gonna paint the entire wire, like all of the sides of it. So I might just paint, because you don't even see in on the other side, because that's where the wisteria is growing, but you do see in the front, obviously, and then you see where the door is. So I might paint the other side right there where the door is. But oh my gosh, and I might even eventually do this for the chicken coop. And I'm not even gonna worry about getting right at the very tops. The edges of it, I'm not worried about. Pull their little sticks out. That is so much better. I should have done this forever ago. That literally made the wire like disappear right there. That's crazy. I should have listened to you guys a long time ago. Love that. So now I just have to do the door side. But other than that, that looks amazing. It does make me need to get in there, so I need to paint those fence boards that are right back there. But the whole aviary is attached to the fence, but it feels so out of place. So what I need to do is I need to get the sprayer out, and I need to spray that. But I think I'll do that next time that we're spraying the fence. That just looks so out of place now. It was kind of masked when you couldn't even see it. that is a huge difference. Like, look, you can actually see the birds, whereas before you really couldn't see them. So got that done, got this window done, and the door done, except I didn't do in here this little triangle, but you can kind of see. So like your eye kind of stops at this section and looks and focuses at that, where here you're able to just kind of like look right past. Like I can see the bird bath over there now. So I did the upper part, the lower part, that window, and this window, and it really just makes it like basically become invisible to the eye. And like I said, I'm not going to do this section because you really can't even see in there with the wisteria growing up and over it. So I like it. It looks really good. That's so crazy. Huge difference. It's crazy what just a little bit of black paint does. I mean, like, makes it so that disappears. With our fence, it makes it so like plants really like stand out. I mean, there's a huge blank space right here. I had to take out the lilac. But it makes things really pop, stand out, or it makes it disappear, which I guess in this case it's making the fence like almost disappear. So I love it. I love black paint. So that was the Bear Marquee. This is just their, like, it says color sample on it in color Broadway and satin. I thought I was gonna use the paintbrush, but I didn't even have to use the paintbrush. I think I'm covered in cobwebs. It's fine. I just used the roller. I was gonna go around the edging of it with the paintbrush, but I decided not to. I don't think you're gonna pay that close enough attention to it. So I do see a few little spots that I'm gonna just touch up really quickly, but for the most part, it took one of these and there's still a little bit of paint left. Okay, well, I had to come inside because my phone overheated, per usual. But it looks really good now, and I'm surprised that it took very little paint. It was a couple ounces of paint. It was tiny, and I had already used some of it. It was like, we bought a whole bunch of them for swatching when we were doing the house. So, I think it looks great. So I'm gonna come inside, cool off for a little bit, and then probably in about an hour, maybe two, I'm gonna go out and go plant all of those plants that I have. Okay, well, it's the next day now. I got off work a couple hours ago. We've already even had dinner, so it's been a minute. But I waited for the sun to go down so I could come out here and plant. It's just been a little too warm. So now I'm gonna get these guys, the Verbena Whiteout, which I love Verbena and I love the Whiteout series. And then the Supertunia Persimmon. I've got 5 of these. And originally I thought I was gonna plant them right next to each other. I thought that would be a cool little pop. But I think what I'm gonna do is plant the 5 of these that I have actually right here under this hibiscus, so that way it's still the like white with this. And then I think I'm gonna plant the Verbena Whiteout over kind of across the way, which is actually like right where you guys are. I'm gonna plant it underneath the alder tree, kind of that area, and I've got 3 of those guys. So let's go ahead and get these guys planted. Like I said, I love the Verbena Whiteout and the Supertunia Persimmon. Let's see. It only gets 4 to 8 inches tall and 12 inches wide, a maximum of 24 inches. And it is a annual except for in zones 10A through 11B, hardy down to 30 degrees. So there's been years that I've had petunias over winter for us. A couple years ago when we had one day that got to 32 degrees, I just ended up covering them and they were totally fine. But last year we got multiple days below 32 degrees. So here we go. We're gonna go get these guys planted. I think I'm gonna start with the Verbena Whiteout and show you guys where those are gonna go. Okay, well, I have the 3 of these guys and they're gonna go right tucked in back there. I have a lavender right next to that bunny, and I'm thinking kind of tucked behind that. This area gets a ton of sun, so these guys will love it. Full sun lovers, as much heat and as much sun as I can give them, and they will be loving their life. And I fully expect this to just be like a carpet of white blooms back here, probably in, I don't know, a couple weeks. And I know it seems a little late to be planting annuals, but in my growing zone, I'm a zone 9, being on my first frost date. That's not until November 30th. So I still have 120 days left in my growing season. So that is plenty enough time for me to get these in the ground and still really be able to enjoy them. So if you are questioning if you have enough time in your growing zone, you need to look up your first frost date and then count back from that date how many days it is until then, and then that'll tell you if you have enough time to plant certain things in your garden. Where these, I've got more than enough time. like I said, 120 days left of our growing season. So I'm gonna get these planted, but I also, my box is empty from my plant tone, so I'm gonna refill that really quick. So this is the bucket that I end up usually dumping my plant tone and biotone into. That is all I had left in here. And so I have another bag right there that I'm just gonna dump into this. This makes it so easy. And then I can store this in the shed and I don't have to deal with the smell of an open bag just being in the shed. Okay, we got those planted. They're right there. They don't look like much right now. I just watered them, so they're kind of like flopped over. These two are really close to each other. I was planning on going here, but I couldn't. There was a root. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. And then this whole section right here should be like a swath of like a purpley, I mean not purple, of like a pink and goldish color. So that's gonna be really, really pretty. And then if we go over here, which, okay, also ignore this fence. I think I've already talked about it, but we are trying to get the grass to grow here because this is where the dogs, they go back and forth all day long right here. Anyways, so we're gonna go over here. And then this right here is where I put the 3 Super Bina whiteout verbenas. And I'm really, really excited about that. That'll give a nice bright color right here. There's a lot of green going on in this bed right now, and it needs something. It's hot. I'm gonna go inside now. I'm actually gonna give those guys a drink of water. I gave the other ones a drink of water. We just found out that we had a drip. We had a drip problem. So, you know, sometimes you're giving too much water and then you think you fix the problem and you add a valve to like lower the amount and you cut off all water. So it happens. Nothing's dead, but a few things are suffering. So the butterfly bush is suffering, and a heuchera did die, and the petunias that I transplanted are suffering. So it is what it is. Those might end up getting pulled. We're gonna keep it real for a second. Those are looking a little rough. Oh, that's all right. Anyways, I'm gonna go water those guys in. Look at this view though. That looks great. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.